Great googly moogly.
Oh boy.
Howdy do, Sam.
How are you, Alex?
I'm swell. What have you been up to this last week?
What have I been up to?
Did you see any movies?
I did.
I know you did. I want to hear all. I've been waiting to ask you about this experience.
Let me just pull it up real quick because
What did
I don't
you?
want to
What
mess
did
up
you?
the name.
What did you get to do?
Now, I'm pretty sure I've talked about it briefly that I went to a secret session for Shawn Mendes.
Flex.
Nothing crazy. But they put out a movie of him performing the album for the first time. And I went with the girlies and one of the guys from the clubhouse. We went to go see the movie together. So Shawn Mendes had a movie come out.
It was one night only, November 14th, correct?
Correct. Shawn Mendes, For
Regal.
Friends and Family Only, a live concert film. And it was straight up just the first time he played the album in Woodstock, New York. And obviously I gave that a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd because it slayed. And,
How was the theater experience? Was it packed?
Yeah, it was sold out to the point where they were supposed to have a second showing of it also at 7.
That's cool.
But it definitely wasn't sold out. Maybe people just didn't show up. I don't know.
What was it like a Eras type John, like where motherfuckers are dancing and singing? And
I mean,
clapping
we
along?
were. My mom did go see it at our local theater.
Oh.
And she said that people were confused and that they were like dead silent the whole time. I mean, a lot of us have gone to shows, some of them multiple. So we've heard the album because this was the first time many people were hearing the album in full since it hadn't come out yet. It was coming out the next night.
True.
So, well, at midnight, the night of the movie.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were just hearing the album for the first time. I mean, we had heard the whole album multiple times. We heard it, for the first time. We were the first people to hear it.
Yeah, there's a lovely video of you crying.
Yeah, that also did come out last week. He put out a clubhouse session.
What was the song again?
That was Heart of Gold.
Yes, and like there's like slow motion close-ups of you crying. And it's
multiple. Like in our group chat, I kept going crazy. Everyone was like, Sam.
You also stage yourself directly in the front. Every video that flashes to this the control room. You're just right in front and center, just like.
Listen, I had to put myself front and center for the man, but there were like. That was loud. There were some straight up close-ups of me just crying my eyes out.
Weeping.
Yeah, a little embarrassing, but you know what? Emotion.
Whoa! What went down on the way home? Because you sent me a Snapchat. You were distraught.
Oh,
your bus trip.
This happened on the way into the city, and I didn't get around.
Okay.
This was my way into the city. I didn't get around to telling you because it was just like chaos of me rushing to get to the theater on time.
You sent me a Snapchat, and I was like driving or something, so I briefly heard it, and you were basically like, "This only happens when you're not with me."
Literally every single time. And I mean, I guess it makes sense because like, why would they pick on me if you were there?
You never really told me, so do elaborate.
So I took the bus by myself, which is like a normal thing that I do. I take it for work on my own, whatever. But I was on my way into the city. This was probably it was like rush hour, so I left. I was on my way by like 5. I take my bus trip in, and every time I ride the bus, we ride the bus, whatever, whoever I'm with, when you get off, it's just like a nice thing. Ooh. It's just a nice thing to like thank the bus driver when you're getting off. Thank you for getting me there safely. So we always do that when we're getting off the bus, whatever. So I was getting off the bus and I was like, thanks. And all I hear is just him go, gorgeous.
The bus driver.
And I like...
Have you had this man before?
No, I have never seen this man.
Okay.
And to be honest, he looks like the homeless man that lives on my street. So that was a little triggering too.
That's what's up.
But I was just like, did I hear him right? I was like, that was weird. And I just like was kind of like shocked because I was like, that was weird. Why'd he say that? And there wasn't many people on the bus, but like as I got off the bus, I was like, I kept walking, and then you have to like go further down and then kind of like turn around to go down the steps.
Yes.
And as I turned around, I could see him, and like I looked up at him because I was like, that was weird. And he was waving at me, and I was like, ew. I was like, so I definitely heard him right. I was like, That's just like, you know, it's one thing to like, I don't know, be weird and shoot your shot or do whatever you were doing. But but the fact that you were like my bus driver and like your job is to get me somewhere safely and then to make me feel uncomfortable like that.
I mean,
I don't know.
Saying you're gorgeous is one thing, I guess. But I understand. It's weird.
It was.
You're also a girl alone in New York City.
Right.
Like getting off a bus.
Right. So
and he clearly sees that you're alone, so that's...
Right. So I was just a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, whenever... it's kind of obvious when it never happens when you're with me. Because I'm not approachable. But anything else happened tonight? Was the ride home creepy or anything?
No, the ride home was okay. It was pretty fast.
So the concert was Slay, and that's what's up.
It slayed. We were singing in the theater. You know, we knew the words, so we were singing along. And, like, it was cool because a lot of the people that I was with at the clubhouse went to that Woodstock show because it was, like, 2 days after we heard the album.
Yeah.
So they were all up in this movie. So it was like we were there with the stars of the movie, you know?
That's kind of fun.
So that was kind of fun. Everyone was screaming. We were like, there's so-and-so. There's so-and-so. Oh, my God.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was cute.
And they'll probably put that out so you can watch it forever.
It's on Vipo, I think. I've never heard of that before. But it was
you
like...
me on that.
It was like $20 and it was like a one-view showing thing. So I don't know if they were just trying to make money off that again. And then maybe they'll put it on some type of streaming. Right. I don't know. But you had to get a ticket yesterday to watch it at like a certain time.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
Well, that's fun. You didn't see anything else? No other movies?
I mean, I watched a Hallmark movie, but you know how that goes.
The happy ending, I assume?
Of course.
Yeah, there you go.
And the girl who I, again, can't remember, Victoria, I think her name is in How I Met Your Mother. Right?
Sure.
Pretty sure. She's in How I Met Your Mother,
okay.
So that was an exciting crossover for me, because we've been watching that recently.
Me and my roommate went to a show. We saw like half of Cloakroom Set, which was the one band he wanted to see. So that's kind of... How come? Because he's like, the doors are at 7. I'm like, brother, it's Friday night. That first... And there's 5 bands on the bill. That band's starting at 7. We got there at 7:15 and like we hear music. And I'm like, bro, I've been told you. This is why I'm early to everything.
Yeah.
And so we saw Cloakroom, and then it was Spy, which I didn't know the lineup, so I just tagged along because he was like, "You want to see Cloakroom?" I was sure. Then I looked at the flyer. I'm like, "Oh shit, Spy, Full of Hell," and I'm like, "Damn, spin kickable ship in here." Slay. So I skanked my little heart out to Spy. I enjoyed them. Saw a little bit of Full of Hell. Then we left early, and then had a bit of a weird experience. We went and got our cheesesteaks from Joe's in like Fishtown, and we're walking back to like the car, like you know where I usually park, kind of, probably not, but I parallel park in like a sketchier street, then like walk over to like the main thing, and me and my roommate are walking, and there's like a pretty large dude like sitting on the ground, just like, "Can you help me out? Can you please help?" And I'm just like, "I got my bag of cheesesteaks." I'm like, And Tyler's like, "Yo, what's up, man? What you need?" I'm like, "Come on, bro." And he's like, "Can you help me?" And Tyler asked me to help him up. And this dude's not smelling so great. And we like tried to we start picking him up. He just goes, and just starts moaning. And I'm like, God. Dude, and he's clearly fucked up. And like, dude, if we help him up and then he's just gonna fall right back over and fucking knock himself out. So we just like let him back. He's like, "Hey, come on." I'm like, "Nah, dude, you just gotta sit down and
wait it out."
Yeah, I felt bad, but like, you know, like walking past the dude, he's just like asking to get helped up, and we're like, "We'll try," but I don't know.
Yeah,
we tried, but we saw some other people helping him up as we were driving by, so like at least some. I guess he got some help, maybe, but like, and like but we got him like to his feet, like barely, but we're completely holding him up, and he's just like groaning because I guess I'm like basically using his jacket to hold him up and like propping his arms, but like he's like all bloated and like I'm like, "Tyler, you just like," and plus we're in Fishtown, like right by like the public urinal, which is like the corner like underneath the L train.
Yikes.
So I'm like, dude, this like I'm here around here more than you. I know what these folk are up to. Right. So luckily I had your hand, Sandy.
Slay.
I saw a couple of movies too. I at home watched Ghosts of Girlfriends Past with Matthew McConaughey. It's fine. I like Matthew. I watched it because I watched like a podcast with him with like comedians I enjoy. Oh god, he's dying. Yeah, that's moderate. Then I saw Red One, which is like The Rock's new movie with Chris Evans and like the guy who wants pictures of Spider-Man from that. And it's fine. It's like a so like new Christmas movie, like action thing, like Santa gets missing. The real thing is I saw this at the Delaware Theater, so something always goes down.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad this time, but I walked in. To like how like you come down the aisle and you turn and then like everything's up, like the scary time.
Yes.
So I turned the corner and like right at the bottom where like the handicap seats are, there was just like the worst popcorn casualty, and there's just two like bigger like a bigger couple just like sitting there bitching at you like, why the fuck would you like, because they just not, that's like a fucking $30 thing of popcorn, dude, like a large popcorn just completely all over the ground, and they're just like bitching and moaning, and you can hear them over the trailers for the rest of the trailers just fucking motherfucking at each other.
Yikes.
But luckily they stopped like during the movie for the most part, and then there wasn't that many people because honestly it's got pretty shit reviews.
Yeah.
And I think that's why The Rock was doing weird shit at your local Target to like try
bizarre.
to get some hype for this media. It was fine. Chris Evans kind of carried it. The Rock's the fucking same in every single movie you've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's like me, that couple down there, like a couple people like scattered around this and it's funny because it's supposed to be a big movie, so they put it in the biggest one there, and there's like fucking 7 people in there.
Yikes.
Rough. But like the person all the way, like I'm at, how I like the very end. The person at the other end of my row, it's like a bigger lady, big old titties, a weave, and like she's wearing like a blanket snuggie thing, like a hood like snuggie thing, big ass thing of popcorn. And her phone starts going off with the flat, like when you like your flash goes off when it starts ringing, and then you hear on the phone like, "Nah, I'm in the theater," and they're just like chatting it up, and then like texts kept going off and flashing the whole time. I'm like, bro, I don't understand people. And then at the end, I'm like standing at like, cause like I don't know, we'll see. There's a bonus scene. And she comes out like, shit sucked, didn't it? I'm like, did you watch the fucking... I don't... Yeah, it was rough. And then I watched Tusk like 2 nights ago, and I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I haven't seen it, but I did see The Man.
Tusk fucking rule. Oh, yeah, you went to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. Tusk is a wild movie. Justin Long, he's incredible in it. Etc.
Etc.
What are we doing today?
Well, let's talk about what we did yesterday.
What did we do yesterday?
You got here around maybe
fuck,
2,
we did
right?
do this yesterday.
Maybe you got here at like 2.
Yeah,
2:30 or
I didn't
whatever.
eat nothing.
So we hit up Lodi Pizza,
which is like it.
Misfits Central.
Well, yeah. So if you're a corpsman like myself, like I imagine if you're ever listening to this at some point, it's probably because I know you in some capacity, more than likely. Unless you stumble upon this, welcome. What's up? This is the hole you're in. But Lodi, New Jersey is where the infamous Misfits are from, the punk rock fucking royalty. And like there's like a whole back room there that's like decked out in like signed Misfit shit. Like Jerry Only's bass is like in a case on the wall. His like vest that he wore at some stadium show recently.
At Prudential, yeah.
But like we were just like kicking it back there with like the cook's like daughter.
She had to be like 4 or 5.
Just like unsupervised.
Just sitting there. Bluey was on the TV. She was rocking some Play-Doh. Honestly, the Play-Doh may have been pizza dough. Not really sure, but I wanted to play.
She was vibing, dude. She was building forts with like whatever
Sprite bottles.
Yeah, Sprite bottles and like the like
cartons
that they come in.
Yeah.
That was fun.
She kept eyeing us up. She wanted to play.
Yeah, she
was like, y'all want to play, right?
And then she like kept wandering back and forth, and she would like stand behind you, and I'm just like
stare into your soul. And I was like, she's right behind me, isn't
very
she?
Scary. And then you drug my ass to bingo.
We went to bingo finally. It's been a long time coming. Coming.
You go to bingo often.
I love bingo. I actually haven't been in a while. Busy girl. But bingo happens on Thursdays and Sundays. And I love it. I am probably the youngest one in there. Usually I go with friends or with my mom or whoever, coworkers.
There was like one or two people that could have been our age, like behind us.
Yeah, for sure. I think they may have been younger than us, but that's an oddity.
I'm still shook to this moment about the girl with the claws.
I know, I've talked about her before, and no one ever believes me until they see it.
But like, have you ever seen like the Indian man who like puts like bags over his hands because like his nails are so long, like he has to like stand on a fucking like ladder so they can like not hit the ground. It's like not quite. They're legitimately look like Freddy Krueger's glove.
Yeah,
like they're that length.
I would say they're over,
and they
have to be over a foot.
They're
for sure.
They're dolled up in fucking like
she for sure does
gold
them.
Glitter.
She for sure does them herself and uses like gems on them from like scrapbooking.
She probably uses fucking like a house paint roller on those fuckers.
Oh yeah,
like they're like like if I can put a picture in, I will. Not to blow her shit up, but it's insane.
Just block her face out.
But like her trying to like pick up the bingo cards was one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen.
What's even funnier was my mom taps me on the shoulder and she goes, "Did you see that? She had a Pringle can."
Yes.
With those nails. And my mom
it's goes, honestly probably easy. Just
put two in there. They use them like tongs.
That's gorgeous. It's a hack.
Yeah, but pretty crazy.
She figured it out.
Now, they're so long that they are, in fact, curling, but, like
scary.
Genuinely.
Like, you think that looks dope, or, like, are you just, like, so far gone that you just don't want to let them go? Like, what is that?
The functionality, like, sometimes, like, I have pretty long nails, like normal, like, normally long nails.
Imagine getting a hand job with those fuckers.
No.
Like, how does she diddle her bean?
She probably can't.
She probably, like...
But it's just, like, the functionality of them is, like... People always say to me, "How do you wipe your butt with those nails?" And my nails
how do you wipe your butt with those nails?
But, like, my nails are not that long.
How do you drive?
Well, that's the thing. And then she got into the car, and she was the driver, and I was like, "Girl, how?" It's just simple tasks that, like, sometimes even just, like, with my nails, and they're not even that long, like, I struggle. So, like, I can't even imagine what she's going through.
I'm just baffled by that. I don't know.
Can you imagine? I struggle if I ever drop like my credit card on the floor and I have to pick it up.
I was watching
Can you imagine? She's got to ask somebody. Can you help me? It's insanity. But we love bingo. He didn't have the best time, I don't think, but it's fine.
No, I was vibing.
He definitely would have had a better time.
I had
if he
a few
won.
beers. I was like, I was into it. Like I was like intently watching, trying to get it in, but.
I have fun. I mean, obviously, it's more fun if you're winning money. Don't
I
get me wrong.
understand it, but like things like that freak me out.
I know.
Old people are just.
I kind of love old people. Some old people need help, but these old people,
the ones that you like, they were lovely. Like the ones who won, you were talking to, and like they seemed.
We
fine.
love Marianne and her granddaughter.
But I would 100% return to people watch again.
Oh yeah, and I told you that it's let alone the people watching is insane.
If I can put photos into this, I will. Like I had Oakley's on the whole time, because fluorescent lights fuck me up for one, and I was really high, and drinking, and yeah, I don't know. It's weird vibes in there.
A little bit, but unfortunately, we didn't win. They always joke.
We did not win.
Always joke, and they're like, same winners, which honestly, it's not a joke. A lot of the same people win, but that's because they spend so much money. Like, they come in and that's their fun. Instead of going to a casino, they
motherfuckers
away.
Are winning $1,000.
I know,
that's cool.
and there was over 90 people yesterday, so we had potentials to win some big money, but we unfortunately did not win.
We did not win money.
But it's fine, but that was fun. Bingo was fun. I love bingo. I can't wait to be an old lady and go play bingo for funsies.
Now. Like I sent Bonnie Snapchats of it, and she was like, "Oh shit, bingo!" She gets down with bingo, so maybe we'll go with her one day.
Slay.
That'd be interesting. So I have this theory that people who haven't seen a lot of movies are less prepared for life.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Well, it was halfway straight towards you, but me and Tyler were having this conversation the other day. We're like when you're in like weird fucking situations, and like I think I was explaining where I was like exploring the abandoned shit while I was waiting for you to do your bridesmaid shit. And I was like, nah, dude, I've seen movies. I know not to, like, if I hear a noise, I'm out of there and shit. But, like, people who, like, haven't seen, like, a lot of fucking movies that'll just walk right into situations, like, for instance, this is a good transition because this is car related, just like this movie, Gone in 60 Seconds. We'll get to it very soon. But, so, like, in a situation where, like, say, we run out of gas. Did we have anything like that happen ever, Sam? So, in that situation, that's how a movie starts, isn't that?
Yes.
But you started panicking.
100%.
Because, why? So, explain what we're talking about, please.
We were on our way to Massachusetts, and we decided to leave late that night just so that we could get at least to like a halfway point of this place where you had told me you enjoyed.
Yes, and we
basically almost got there.
We were 10 minutes from there, if that.
And he was like, "Oh, I gotta get gas soon, but we'll make it to the gas station."
Because luckily, I've like as you said, I like the area, so I've been there a bunch. So I knew right at this exit that I'm headed to, there's like 3 fucking gas stations right there, and my lovely little miles to e-reader on my van said I had 12 miles left or something.
Yeah.
And, I trust it.
Well, we were headed ever so slightly uphill.
And this is also, like, put it in perspective, it's kind of like, it's western Pennsylvania, so it's, like, right on the, like, border of Vermont, so it's very wooded, very in the middle of fucking nowhere.
And
very dark.
Also, we lucked out in the sense that almost the entire, like, I don't know if that's a highway, turnpike, whatever it is.
There's nothing.
First of all, 1, there's nothing, but 2, there's no shoulder.
Yes.
Like, there's nowhere, if God forbid something happens, there's nowhere for you to pull off to. So, up until the area where we ended up, we are ever so slightly going uphill. And I think, because it's you, that you're messing with me. And he's like, uh-oh. And I'm like, what? And then he's like, the car's giving out.
Yeah.
And then I feel it, and I'm like, oh my God. I said,
lurching.
He's not joking with me. We had just enough time to pull into a point where there was actually a shoulder, and the car just died out because we ran out of gas.
Yes. Which is my bad.
Yeah, and there are cars, because it's like a turnpike, zooming past us to the point where, like, like when you feel your car shake because they zoom past you so fast. So I'm like, put your hazards on. What are we going to do? And his answer is, oh, I'll just skate there. We're close.
It was literally like a mile up the road.
Right. And I just, like, first of all,
you go into panic mode.
I'm like, danger. No, I'm not letting you do that because God forbid, 1, I don't want you to get hit.
I'm not going to get hit.
Right. Well, okay. But we don't know that. So 1, I'm like, God, what if he gets hit? Oh my God. 2, I don't know. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's like a runaway train running next to us, like in the woods. What is going on? I just like panic mode. So in my head, I'm like, what are we going to do?
And you've seen some movies.
Right.
So you're prepared for these situations, correct?
So I go into my wallet and I pull out my, I was going to say my PVA card. Not
your
that.
Your AAA
AAA
card. But I convinced you that it doesn't work because...
Which is not true.
I think it's... I thought it only worked in state. Because we had my friend had it happen to them. Because they're from Pennsylvania. And they had their wheel fall off in on the turnpike in Jersey. And they're like, yeah, we can't go... We don't cover you in that state.
I don't know what the situation is, but I guess maybe the one I have, they're supposed to... I don't know. I think we have a gold card.
Either way,
they're supposed to come.
You called the cops.
So I am in panic mode. I try to call AAA, and it's just, like, not going through. And I'm like...
It is, like,
awesome.
1 a.m.
Yeah, and I'm like, awesome. So I'm like, I'm just going to call the non-emergency line and see what they tell us. So I do, and the guy's like, "Do you know where you are?" And I was like, "I don't know." So we pull up like the map, and we try to tell him like where we are. And across from us, conveniently, was one of those like crossover lanes.
Pull through, yes.
Yeah, like where the cops sit and they, pull people over.
Yeah. Speed traps.
Yeah. So I told him like the mile marker that was close to us and like what city we thought we were in, whatever. Okay, we'll send someone. So honestly, in a pretty decent amount of time,
it's 1 a.m. in the middle of nowhere. There ain't
Yeah.
much going on.
But it was so funny because he's like, if they don't show up in a minute, I'm skating. And thank God he pulled up, and I was like, thank God.
Yeah, because we waited for like 10 minutes. I'm like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
we got like 2 minutes.
So he comes to my side, obviously, because, they come to the passenger
Which,
side.
this is where it gets weird, because this is a bad cop. Mm-hmm. This is an awful cop. Uh-huh. Well, he's great. He's wonderful. Well, a cab, but whatever.
Yeah.
But he was nice. But he came out to the window. He was like, license, registration. Just kidding. You're running out of gas. But like, didn't ask for ID, or maybe yours because he took you with you.
He did take mine once I got to the car. But when he did come up to the window too, he also was like, I need to let you know that I am recording this right now.
All cops say that.
And we were like, okay.
Yeah, all
it's
cops
cool.
need to say that.
And that's when he was like, I need your license and registration. Just kidding.
Yeah, which like you don't know if I kidnapped you.
Correct.
And we're in a weird windowless van. Mm-hmm. Which so you hitch a ride with the cop.
Yeah, because he's like, so which one of you wants to come with me? And I was like,
you looked at me. I'm like, honey, I've seen movies. Would you like to stay here alone?
and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go. So I had to, unfortunately, because I was like, do I have to sit in the back?
Yeah.
He was like, I can't let you sit in the front. That's a liability. And I was like, okay.
You do have access to a shotgun up there. You can't really do that.
Yeah. So I had to sit in the back, and it was so funny. Obviously, I've never been in the back of a cop car, and it was just like a plastic
Yeah.
seat, like not even seat.
Yeah, I knew that.
And he was like, buckle up, because if we get hit, it's not going to be good for you. And I was like, okay. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about.
So he takes my information. I have to give him my license, whatever. He like calls it in. And he's like, I have Samantha so-and-so here.
Hitching a ride.
She's hitching a ride with me to the gas station. Like, reads off my driver license info.
And they made like a big deal at the gas station.
Mm-hmm. So we had to go and buy, obviously, a little like carton to get the gas. But as he pulled across, first he tells me, put your seatbelt on in case we get hit. It's not going to be good for you. Mm-hmm. And then he pulls across the lanes to go into like the crossover lane.
He for sure
and
ran over
like,
a cone.
Right. And
I
go,
watched him run over a cone.
And I say to him, I don't think my door is shut. Because I can't do anything. I'm on the inside. I have no access to like locking it. So
yeah, he
like,
ran over a cone. I'm watching him. He gets out, walks around to your side.
And I was like, did we just hit something? First of all, I'm like, second of all,
he did.
My door's not locked. Like my door is open.
Yeah, dude,
like not latched right.
Dude was killing it.
And he's like, just give me a minute. And he gets out, pulls the cone out from under the car, and then comes over and he goes, all right, I locked your door. And I was like, thanks. Small talked with me the whole way to the gas station. But yeah, we get there and he's like, I said, you're going to have to pump the gas. I'm a Jersey girl. I don't know how to do that. And he's like, I could show you. So I make him get out. He does it. But we go inside and he's like escorting me in because apparently he has to. And I get to the register and he's like, she wants to know if the gas comes with the container. I was like, let's not make me an idiot here. Just get me my gas.
Technically, I'm the idiot because I trusted the gauge.
Like, let me just get my gas and get me out of here. Okay? Let's get a move on.
You feel me, bro?
But yeah, that is how movies happen.
Yes. That was one of your first like road trips with me, which is really funny.
That was a good one.
And then we proceeded to sleep in a parking lot of a hotel.
Yeah, that's a whole other story, but...
I mean, we don't need to get into that at all. But that's just because I'm broke as shit and I didn't feel like getting a room. And why not just sleep in the van?
No. We ended up getting a room. And because we were so... It was like the timing...
No, we didn't. We
Yes.
slept.
No. You paid for a hotel room and it ended up being for the next day. Because of the way
I'm a dumb person, yeah.
The time, like, we booked it, it was so close to, like, midnight or whatever it was that it, like, changed it to the next day instead of the day of.
Yeah, I'm a dumb person.
Yeah, so things didn't work out. I went in there and the guy was weird, so we just slept in the car.
Whatever. And there was a lot of weird activity.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we watched We watched Gone in 60 Seconds this week. I finally forced you to watch this.
Yes.
And it's the Cage's Corner of the week.
Woo.
So, leading into this movie came out in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you have a little thing about the 2000s.
I do.
But so
You're gonna go first.
Yeah, since I already have it ready. What do you think the top 10 movies of the year 2000 were? I already told you number 1, so you already.
Oh yeah, I did. And you know what's funny? I looked it up again when I was like looking at my music list, and then I didn't look at the whole list because I knew that was going to be your spiel. But I did see the top one again, and I was shook again.
Yeah, it's weird.
The Grinch.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
That was the number 1 grossing movie of 2000. Which
I mean,
I get it. But it also,
but it was a year that shook me. Like the fact that it came out
24 years ago.
2000.
24
I was like,
years ago.
we were 3 years old. There's no way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We're fucking young.
Crazy.
Old, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know, but that was crazy.
The second highest grossing movie was Mission Impossible 2.
Okay.
Never seen any of them.
Nope.
I don't like Tom Cruise.
I get it.
I only like him in Tropic Thunder because it's very funny.
Mm.
The third, which is kind of weird because the second one's coming out like now. Gladiator was number 3, which never seen Gladiator either.
Nope.
But I know like quotes from it because everyone's ripped it up before.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, The Perfect Storm. I think I've seen it before.
I don't remember.
Meet the Parents was number 5.
Okay.
Fucking Robert De Niro, gangster. Number 6 was X-Men. Number 7 goes hard. Scary Movie.
Okay.
I fucking love Scary Movie. And I didn't know that came out 24 years ago either.
Also crazy.
Yikes. Fucking wild. What Lies Beneath? I've never seen. I don't recall. I've heard of it, but I've never watched it. Dinosaur? Yeah, I remember that. The like live action-y dinosaur going. And then Eric Brockovich? Never heard of it. Some honorable mentions. Number 17 was Chicken Run.
Slay.
Number 18 was Gone in 60 Seconds. Not too bad.
18, you said?
Yeah, number 18 on the list. Me, Myself, Irene was 20. Castaway was 19. Scream 3 was 22. Unbreakable was 23. Stuart Little, 26.
The OG?
Yeah, OG.
Aww.
Fucking 24 years ago.
That's crazy.
I think this means that my first movie experience was 24 years ago because Rugrats in Paris. I think that was the first, because there's an old home movie we watched forever that we have in my home. And there's a video of my dad, like we're talking about how we went and saw Rugrats in Paris. I'm like a toddler, bit tiny.
Oh yeah.
And my dad's, and they're like, what was your favorite part of the movie? And my dad's like, the ending.
Oh, God.
The end. So that I think that's the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
I'll have to ask my mom. I don't remember.
Final Destination came out that year too.
Huh.
Coming in at number 46. Toy Story 2 at 53? Are you kidding me?
Huh.
That's insane. The Family Man. Love that movie. American Psycho was 121st, which is insane. I love that movie. But I guess that flopped. Tell me about music from the 2000s.
Okay.
From the year 2000.
So I didn't do like actual top 10 because some of them I was like,
just read off 10 songs.
So
from
here's
2000.
the ones that I put in the list. So number 1, a bop, Breathe by Faith Hill. Isn't that the la da 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 la da 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 da?
I don't know.
You would know it.
I'm bad at song titles. You have to sing them for me.
Number 2, Smooth, Santana featuring Rob Thomas.
Hard.
Number 6, Say My Name, Say My Name.
That's sick.
Number 11.
9.
Number 11. Higher.
Let's
Creed.
fucking go. I fucking love Creed.
Number 11. Number 21. Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Fucking, I was wearing the shirt. I was wearing the shirt yesterday.
36. With Arms Wide Open.
Dude, Creed's on fucking top of the world forever.
40. All the Small Things.
Respect.
I mean, it makes sense that was that long ago, but I was like, oh my God, really?
TRL, dude.
55.
Those days.
Oops, I Did It Again.
Ooh.
So there were some bops up there.
Interesting.
Some bops. A lot of bops.
All right, Sam. What did you feel about Gone in 60 Seconds?
No.
Did you have fun at least? You didn't seem like you did.
It was okay. I gave it a 3.5. I know I'm going straight into my rating.
Okay.
But I gave it a 3.5. Now, here's the thing. I'm not big into cars. I don't really care about
Neither
cars.
do I. I don't give a shit.
So, like, I don't know. Like, it didn't captivate me. I thought it was a fun watch. Like, definitely.
But the reason it captivates me is because the boy is being weird.
Yeah.
And then he also gets the diner scene. He goes so hard. He tries so hard to like make it serious. But I'm like, brother, you're stealing cars. Relax.
Yeah.
So do you want to dive into it?
Yeah.
So like this movie starts out with like a group of miscreants. They're like clearly car jackers, car boosters or whatever. And this one dude's like, oh, they realize that like the Porsche they're looking for is at the Porsche dealer that they're supposed to be stealing. They're like, well, that's impossible. And Nicolas Cage's brother, who we soon find out that's who he is, he's like, well, we ain't got time for this. He throws a brick through the goddamn window.
Yeah, and then drives it through a window.
Why didn't you just drive through the
same window
without damaging the thing you're supposed to be selling?
Yeah.
Which fun cold open, like the kid's trying to start the car and get out the way. And then so yeah, he botches that shit, and then he fucking starts so he starts a high speed chase out of there. And then it flashes to like their safe house and introduces you to the weird
crew.
The crew, like the dude with the weird fucking sideburns who's teaching you how to do a stranger, which is when you lean on your hand till it goes numb and then you jack off. So it seems like it's someone else.
Love that.
Which is a real thing. It's hilarious. That like it just like the first line in the movie is like a dude teaching how to jerk off, and then it cuts back to the Porsche chase scene, and he's like trying to fucking race people because he's a fucking idiot, and then. Which makes cops find them, and then he leads them back to the safe house, and then he gets fucked. So, like, the cops pull up. They have these like black light setups and like invisible ink with all the cars they're supposed to be stealing, along with like 12 cars that they have in their warehouse.
Yes.
And then they get popped. So like they realize that the cops followed him there because he's a fucking idiot, and these are like car stealing mafia people. So Nicolas Cage's brother gets in trouble with them. They all get away, but they fuck up the operation.
Yes.
So it's match cuts to the boy.
Yes.
Intro, Nicolas Cage. He's giving an inspirational speech to a bunch of kids.
Children.
And you said he was diddling kids, and I don't respect that.
I was just kidding.
He left for a life of realness so he could get out of the game. He's given an inspirational racist speech to a bunch of kids trying to ride go-karts.
Yes.
And then, like, the crew manager guy pulls up. He's like, your brother's in trouble, man. He's in deep. He's like, fuck, what do I got to do? So he comes home. You gonna help?
Okay. And they talk to the guy. He sets him up and he tries to give him some money to get his brother out of it. And he's like, I don't want your money. I want 50 cars in
3 days.
3 days, yeah. 72 hours.
And he has a stereotypical bad guy scrapyard lair. Where would your lair be if you're a bad guy? Where would your evil lair be? In the zoo with the capybaras. Like, is there like a secret cave that like lifts up?
Yes.
How would you dramatically they're like trying to kill him with the car press?
Yeah.
Would you dramatically?
You got to throw him into the capybara pool.
The cappy pit.
Yeah. With cement blocks.
But that only like leaves you up to your neck, and then just
the turtles can come and lick your face.
Then you don't feed the cappies for 3 days and let them out. They'll start gnawing on your face and shit.
Yes.
Hard as fuck. So yeah, he refuses his money. The thing was for 10 grand. He's like, here's 10 grand. Please leave my fucking. He's like, no. You got to steal me 50 cars. You're the best. You're the best in the game, as everyone's talking about. Nicolas Cage.
He was retired.
He's retired. He left. He apparently abandoned his whole crew, but
which we find is not true.
Not true. Nicolas Cage is hard gold, man. We fucking love Nicolas Cage around here. So he's like talking to the big bad guy who kind of sucks. I don't really like him as a bad guy.
Yeah,
it's kind of where it lost me. But he is like, do I look like an asshole? And Nicolas Cage is, yes, you do. Hilarious. Gangster. We love him. So it cuts to the next scene, and it's his brother trying to cook Nicolas Cage breakfast, but he seems to be a fuck up.
We missed that.
What?
The brother was going to get crushed in the car.
Wait, that's what I was saying.
Oh.
I said, like, how would you kill someone? Because they're going to crush him with the thing. Yeah. But yeah, so, like, it's all dramatic.
Not the ambulance.
Oh, Lord. Not
They're coming for us.
Goddamn. But yeah, like, they have him, like, handcuffed in the car, and they're, like, have a car press that are, like, threatening to crush his brother. Nicolas Cage, like, beats ass, pulls a gun on him, and he's like, no. And he, like, gives him the ultimatum that he has to do this or he's going to kill his brother.
Yes.
But he lets his brother go with him. But whatever. He could have just left. So it cuts to the next scene. He's like, thanks for saving my ass. But he can clearly, like, it's showing you that he's a fuck up. He's, like, burning the food, which Nicolas Cage, like a fire, he's like, I'll go show under control. A fire bursts out, it's comedic, whatever.
Yes.
And then Nicolas Cage just grabs a thing of baking soda and dumps it on the stove fire. Does that work?
I believe so, yes.
No, didn't remember. Did not know that worked. I was like, oh.
Then he tastes the food and he's like, blech.
He's like, yeah, this sucks cock, dude. Blech. That's fun.
That made me giggle when he tasted the food and he immediately spit it out.
This is when he goes and meets his mom at the diner, and he goes so hard in this scene, dude.
Yes, he does.
Like, he, like, leans in when he's, like, so serious about it.
Hey, Ma, you look so good.
Oh yeah, like have some, like, coworkers like, hey, there's some man looking for you. He's like, what's he look like? Like a firecracker, Ma.
Yeah, and the cops are just,
and, like, the local cops
there.
just happen to seems like, and he calls the detective immediately. He's like, you're never gonna believe who just came
walked in.
Just so happens that the big car heist went down, and the main car heist dude who used to be in town is back in town. Plot convenience central, brother. And so gets noticed by local cops, and they got there fast as shit because he walks out that diner and intro the two detectives, which the one, the white one is from, I don't know if I want to spoil it. He's in Scream 2.
Okay.
He's one of the characters in Scream 2. So I'm like, oh, it's that guy. I'm not sure what the other guy's from, but he's kind of like the main cop in this. So, like, they come out and they just have like, hey, what are you doing here? Fancy. It's like, hey, weird to have all these cars going, and like, damn, this smells like Nicolas Cage, but his name's Memphis, I think. He's like, this sounds like Memphis. Fuck, what's his last name? Because they make a word pun out of it later. Cause the fucking douchebag villain guy makes a joke out of it. I don't know, but he walks out. He's like, yo, this smells like you, and like, lo and behold, here you are. And he's like, nah, just a family emergency. I had to come in and see what was up. He's like, hey, if I catch you doing anything, if you cough the wrong way, if I catch you doing anything fucking weird, I'm gonna fucking arrest you, motherfucker. And yeah. Carthy back in town, alright. He goes so deep with his mom. And so the next scene is him he's like, wow, now I gotta build a crew.
Yes.
Try to steal these cars in 3 days. And which now it turns into 2 days, I think.
Yes.
So he goes to a garage and fucking runs into Robert Duvall, which is his dad. Robert Duvall is from, like, fucking Godfather. He's a legend.
But, like, is that also the other guy's dad? Kip or whatever his name is?
I guess so.
Because it makes it seem almost like he's not at one point.
Yeah, I'm not...
That's
honestly,
what, like,
I don't know if it's his dad, actually. It might just be, like, a dude he worked with.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But
I got dad vibe in the beginning, but then he didn't know something about, like, Kip or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Honestly, good point. I guess I never really did say that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I guess kind of implied that it was. But, yeah, like, so, like, that's who he's trying to get. He like, seems like he's down for it. He's on board. And then it smash cuts to a student driver, which is crazy stereotypes in this scene. So it's like a young Asian lady as a student driver, and I forget the actor's name. He's in a lot of shit like Waiting and whatnot. And he's like my black ass can't swim, so you got to stay out the car. That's an insane quote, but funny, hilarious. So So yeah, they're building a crew. He's like Nicolas Cage is making a bunch of calls. One of them, the people are banging on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Icky.
Yeah, why'd they even pick up? Kind of rude.
Yeah, it's weird. Intros the mortician guy who doesn't speak, and every mortician you ever like coroner, like people who embalm bodies are always eating a sandwich. Like
Icky.
it's an overplayed thing. I get it. They're weird.
Gross.
Whatever. Introducing Angelina Jolie. Clearly, there's harsh feelings there because they used to bang out.
Her hair is wild.
Yeah. What do you call that? What is that? A dreading? Like what is
I
that?
don't
I
know.
see
Like,
girls
I
who
wanna
do that. It's
say-
like twisted.
I was gonna say they may be called twists, but I know that that's like its own thing. I'm not really sure, but crazy. Her hair was crazy.
And she's like, and she's like, comes out from under her car, like, I gotta go to work. She's like, you're at work. He's like, yeah, I gotta work twice as hard when it's honest, which is kind of a hard quote.
Yeah.
Goes hard. And then, so he goes to the bar that she's working at, trying to convince her, like, gives shit to the guy at the bar. And then he's leaving, and these gangsters pull up named Johnny B and like start trying to beat him up. He kind of holds his own against 5 people for a minute. And then the weird mortician dude shows up and Molotov cocktails their cars.
Boom.
Like 3 cars explode, and like he beats up like 7 people. Not a fucker comes out the bar to
No.
see what's going on.
No.
You
know what? Good on them for minding their business.
Yeah, mind your fucking business. I'd stay in there too. But also keep in mind the cop said, "Yo, if you breathe in a way I don't like," he just blew up 3 cars and beat up a whole gang of people, and there was no cops to be found.
Yeah.
So what's up with that? Plot inconsistencies, brother. And then, yeah, like Nicolas Cage throwing bows, explosions. They keep dropping this car named Eleanor because they're like, oh, he has problems with Eleanor. They have a bad history, which is like some sort of Mustang thing. And like I'm skipping a little bit forward, but like they have like a big chalkboard with all the names and nicknames of cars that they want. I didn't know this until I watched this movie like a couple years ago when I was on my Nicolas Cage shit. But at Damon's house, there was a chalkboard in his dad's garage that had this exact shit on it. I didn't know what the fuck I thought he was just weird naming, but apparently it's from this movie this whole time. Lore. That like the list of cars was in Damon's garage for years.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird? I don't know. His dad really likes cars, so you know.
Makes sense.
Goes hard. Second Eleanor name drop, so you're like, oh, that's clearly gonna come in later. It's gonna be the big thing. And then his brother's crew comes to help. He's like, no, fuck you, little bastards, blah blah blah. And they're like, nah. The cops chase like so they got busted before, and they had all these like Mercedes keys that they got from a dealership. The fucking cops got to them, and like he's like, yo, whoever comes to get these keys, I have a hunch that they're gonna come back. You fucking let me know. Give me their name. Give me their addresses. Blah blah blah. So they're getting set up. All the cars are feeling my nibs. And now starts the montage of like scouting all the cars and trying to find all these cars.
Yeah, that's where I had fun. Like that was fun seeing that part.
Because Nicolas Cage goes full Nicolas Cage and fucking. That was the wrong one. But that's there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for me if I picked the wrong movie.
That's cool.
That's also the wrong one.
Self-indulgent wieners.
That's him.
Self-indulgent wieners.
Yeah, that's him talking. He's chopping it up at a car dealership. He's like, no, I need this car. I need this car right here. I saw 3 of them. Oh, and he's like going full Nick Cage mode. And I don't know, that quote made me laugh. He's like, there's too many
self-indulgent wieners
in this town. What I need this. What did that make me? Not a self-indulgent. No,
yeah, the
funny.
car dealer.
Self-indulgent wieners.
Yeah, the car dealership. That was funny. Because then the guy he's like, oh no, sir, you're not going to be a self-indulgent wiener.
Yes. But yeah, this is where the movie actually starts to get interesting. And there's, like, they had to set up this whole fucking backstory thing. I get it. And like there's a fun montage. He goes full Nicolas Cage at the thing.
For sure.
Angelina finally decides to come and help.
Yes.
Sideburns gets made, and he starts getting followed around because of the Mercedes keys.
Yeah, because someone snitched on him, the guy that was giving him the keys.
And so now they had 3 days, but they're literally all going to do it in one night. Yeah. They spent the whole night before just scouting cars. And that the very last one that they scout is Eleanor. And he makes a big, there's a GT 27500. The GT 500. And yeah, he gets all sexy with it. He's like, we're going to have a nice ride, aren't we, Eleanor?
Yeah.
So yeah, they scout the cars. And then he's driving off with his brother, and they get trapped by fucking Johnny B, and they just start shooting him up.
Yeah.
Well, they blow up his car. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair game. Shoot at him.
They chased him through some yards.
Classic chicken bit. They shot the chicken. It blew up.
That was sad.
Tragic. Then they hide at their burger place, and he starts taunting them really cringily. Ha ha! I'm in here, and you're out there. What you gonna do, aren't ya?
Because there was a cop. Because the cops were in there too.
Yeah, they rolled up to a burger oh god, there's cops here. Thank God. So they're just hiding there, and he sprouts up a plan. He's like, yo, there's a big rig out there. So he sends his brother out, which I don't know how the fuck he if you look at how it's rigged, he had to get in front of the car, and there's no that tiny ass car. You wasn't army crawling around that fucker. Yeah, no. So he has to Nicolas Cage has to distract the truck driver, and I don't know, but the way that he's like, yo, is that your big rig out there? Yeah, that's my big rig.
That's cool.
It's cool.
Because he doesn't. He's like,
that's cool.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Oh.
He even asked him if you wanted a blueberry donut or something. He was like, no, that's okay.
You sure you don't want a jelly donut? I'm about to have a waffle myself. Or something like that. Yeah. Oh my god. So he hooks up the big rig that magically has a hook that he just knew was there, I guess. Or it was a tow truck, actually. So that makes sense, actually. So he rigs up the gangster's car that they're chasing, and he fucking decimates this car.
Oh yeah, fully just separates the bottom of the car.
The axle's gone.
Yeah.
Fucks up this car. It's an awesome visual. But then the cops just run out to see black people in a car that just got fucked up and just point guns at them. Well, they clearly had a bunch of guns.
Yeah, he was like, where'd y'all get these weapons from?
Oh, I'm sure you guys got permits for these weapons, which automatically assuming that's pretty crazy. But
Yeah.
They also had automatic weapons, so that's pretty illegal. Whatever. Oh god. And so so they get popped for the guns, and so now it's the day of, and the day of the heist, and it just shows a Cadillac pulling into the safe house, and it's the fucking young kid who's when they're introducing the whole crew, the mirrored spec guy, the sideburns guy, brother, the nice kid who's clearly just the commuter guy. He's not involved really. And then there's this other kid who looks like young Keanu Reeves or something like that. And they're he can order pizzas like no one's business.
Yeah.
And he's trying to prove himself, so he just he steals a car and pulls up. He's like, "Yep, just boosted it myself." And Nicolas Cage's like, "You just boost a fucking car that's not on the list, bro? Are you an idiot? Are you trying to just fucking bring cops right to us? Are you fucking stupid?" And then
they pop the trunk.
I don't know why Xavier from Simulacro just pops the trunk and just starts, because he just knew, I guess. And then he just, there's just bricks of heroin in there.
Yep.
Because they're like, yo, the keys were just in it. Why do you think they would leave keys in a fucking Cadillac in a neighborhood like that? Because no one's stupid enough to fucking steal it.
Yep.
So, and just how happens as this is happening, they have bricks of heroin in a stolen car. The main detective cop pulls up and just lets himself in. And they realize there's heroin sprinkled on the ground, because I don't know how they were getting so rough with the shit, I guess. And he they dance around and he calls it in. He's and looking around trying to get clues. Then he gets they distract him, gets him to rev the fucking thing and blows all the heroin away, which that's
pretty
fun.
funny.
That's a fun, smart thing, I guess. And then they're like, oh god, okay. And then
the heists ensue.
The heist montage starts to begin. But first, Nicolas Cage has to break out the old leather jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Puts that first before he puts it on, he looks at, I am a bad man.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, okay, bestie.
I love him. And then he puts it on and he's like, please put on Lowrider. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's ride.
Yes.
So, car montage ensues. There's one scene where it's the kid with the X-ray specs, I think, or it might have been the kid who fucked up, but it's the big bald black dude with the cool fedora. They steal a car like they did all this work to steal a car, and they're pulling out the driveway, and a carjacker comes up. He's like, "Give me your fucking car!" Pouring a gun in his head, and he just like fucks him up, beats the fuckers like, "Boy, you fucking lazy ass! Like you don't know shit about stealing cars." I'm like, it's just an ironic scene because he's stealing a car and he tries to get his car stolen, beats the fuck out of him. It's dope. I'm Batman. Let's ride. Car stealing montage. Second montage ensues, and then when they're staking out their Mercedes, so all the Mercedes that are on the list are being watched by cops because of the keys.
Yes.
So there's like a residential neighborhood, and the two main cops are like poaching it, and they see Nicolas Cage take pictures of the car the night before. So they're there the night after. Get your hands off it. But a car pulls in their way.
My eye is twitching.
Yes. A car pulls in the way. There's a surveillance van, so they move 2 houses closer. So we're in the middle of another car stealing montage, and then it cuts to Nicolas Cage. He's walking out, about to put the key in, and then he looks up. He's like, "That ain't right." Turns around and walks out. He's like, "Nah, that van was 4 houses down. Now it's only 2. Call everyone off. The Mercedes are dirty." Smart. Nicolas Cage, smart man.
Yes.
Maybe he's a smart man. And then they're back at the thing argument with what they're gonna do. Like, what are we gonna do? Fucking steal the old Mercedes from the impound lot? And they're like, actually, yes, let's fucking do that. And like they throw all the Mercedes keys on the thing, but next to a bunch of hamburgers and a big old doggy.
He eats them.
The doggy eats them.
He had to poop out the keys.
Yes. So like they give him X-lax and shit. And then there's like a weird interrogation scene with the Mercedes key guy where they pull him in like to what I can only describe as the Saul bathroom.
Yeah, it was weird. Where was that?
What setting? Where did you like? You didn't go to fucking the dealership, and they ain't in a fucking dealership bathroom or anything. What the hell? Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie are like they're scouting like a Lambo or something. Very hot scene. Like honestly, more so in the house. They're watching them fuck essentially in front of a window, and like Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie, there's obvious tension, and they're like they used to bang. Gets real weird. They start making out, and Nicolas Cage just starts like proton injectors.
Yeah, it was really.
He starts
bizarre.
naming. Well, they're mechanics and shit. As I guess.
I don't care.
It's fucking weird. I love it. It's
bizarre.
Fucking weird.
She's like, "It's time to work. Let's go."
Yeah, which would have been you. You're like, "Let's go! Oh my god, let's go! Let's go!" And they pull the fuck off. You said you don't know who Michael Pena is, but if you see him, like,
I'm sure I would know if I saw him in something else. He's
tell. Iconic. He's very funny. He's in a lot of fun movies. But like, this might have been one of his first movies. But like, he's like in a cholo gang, and they pull up on the guys like trying to walk the dog. And they're like, "Oh, 1 second," and the dog's pooping, and he starts digging through the dog poop and gets the keys, and he's like, "Damn, son, who gets their jollies playing with dog shit?"
And they immediately leave.
They just left. I'm like, it's racist stereotype number 3.
Yeah, crazy.
The funny pimp distraction at the impound lot.
I enjoyed that.
That was very funny. Stealing them from a police impound is legendary. And then this is around the time when they realized that the glass shards that the cops found at the original scene were black lights, and they're like, "Well, what do you use fucking black lights for? To see shit that you can't see without them." So they figure that shit out. Also, everyone seems to know about Eleanor, so like, apparently that lore runs deep with every person who knows Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
he apparently drove one off like the whatever fucking pier is over there.
Yeah,
Huntington Pier or something. I don't know. I don't know much about California. Then they find a Hummer with the fucking license plate named Snake.
Yes.
I wonder what's in there.
Or
a big old fucking. You're kind of shitty if you're leaving your snake in your car overnight. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Well, again, some movie's got a movie. This is actually kind of funny because like they put on DMX. It's chaos. Like a snake's attacking. It's the snake's crawling up my ass, man. I feel like Dave Chappelle probably was casted for this, and they said no. because he's very Dave Chappelle in this. I'm not sure of who that is either.
But they were funny.
And then like they're not the main cops, but two cops roll up and like they're like coming down, and they just fucking ram them with the Hummer all the way down the thing.
Yeah, and then knock them off the edge.
Fuck them up, and like the security guy watches this all go down. He fucks them up, throws them off the fucking like throws the car like through the railing, and then he scans the card on the way out, like rule following. Hard. I like that guy. That guy, the mortician in this movie, I think his name's Sphinx, or that might be Angelina. Sway or Sphinx. I think it's Sphinx. He is in this Hellraiser, Clive Barker. He called The Midnight Meat Train. It's like a short story they did. It's about like a murder on a train. It's awesome. It's fucking sick. That he plays that, and he's the guy. He's the football coach, and he's the man. So that dude's cool. Guy's badass. Down to the last car, and like they're stealing like a fucking Cadillac from like a college party or something, like a rich kid party. They get caught. They call security. The fucking rent-a-cops shoot at them like fucking savages, and they shoot like the innocent kid, like the hacker. So that's rough. And then it cuts to Nicolas Cage. He finally gets to Eleanor. Yes. We're winding down. We're almost there. I see you hate this, and
not true. She's sleepy girl.
Yeah, I'm just kind of carrying this because is a movie I like to talk about. It's Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
How's it going, Def? Yes. So he gets Eleanor, starts that fucker, pulls out immediately to the cops. So that's the curse of Eleanor, I guess.
Yeah, that was just chaos.
That was the whole
driving it all over the city.
Yeah, that was a big, awesome. That was like the main. Apparently, Nicolas Cage did a lot of his own stunts.
I love that for him.
That's he ripping it, dude. Very cool. And then he starts driving like an animal. He does this like reverse scene where he's reversing down, and he like locks eyes with the kid. He's like, "Hey," gives him a smile. It's cute. L.A. River Chase looks pretty cool. He hits the NOS button. And then like the guy from the screen is like, "Man, this guy can drive." And the guy's like, "What the fuck you say?" It's totally the car.
Yeah, the car could drive.
It's totally the car, which it is. It's NOS. It's not like you're going any faster. Then this is like around the time when the main guy like reveals to the younger brother that he's like, "Yo, you realize?" Because he said some shit that like disrespected Nick Cage. He's like, "Yo, I'm not gonna leave my fucking bros like my fucking brother would." He's like, "You don't know the fucking end of it, do you? Your mother fucking told him to leave so you wouldn't end up like him. And lo and behold, you fucking ended up like him anyway. So he did it all for nothing because of you." And they're like, "Damn."
And he felt bad.
He's like, "Damn, I better go save his ass." And because like he's running a little late. And then he breaks the car's mirror off, which apparently like that's the thing. Like he's like, "I'm going to take good care of you." And he like the one scratch he gets on it, he starts stalling out in front of the cop. Movie's got a movie. Then he takes off from the cop. He finally gets to the start. They go to like the fucking loading dock thing by the pier. Chaos ensues. A fucking gas tank missile fucking runs through a thing. A cop car gets wrecking balled through a wall. Insane. That dude should be dead probably.
Yeah.
It hit him on the door.
Yeah.
A wrecking ball. Rough. And then he's running late, and he gets to a bridge, and there's a big accident on the bridge, and he does what we've always thought about doing.
The tow truck was elevated so that they could just drive on up it.
And he fucking reverses that fucker, and all the cops. He's like, "I'm fucking."
Don't do it. They all have their guns drawn.
He's like, "I'm fucking hitting it, dude," and he launches that shit. The landing is really funny because clearly he's just like, "Whoa, that was wild, huh?" No, he clearly did not do that. But yeah, there's no way that fucking car is driving. That frame is bent in half. There's tires are blown out. The fucking everything is leaking. There's no possible way. He finally makes it. He's 12 minutes late, I think.
I believe so.
He stole 50 cars in a night, and he's 12 minutes late. But he was planning on killing them anyway, I guess, because he's a piece of shit. He punches them with brass knuckles. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna kill you anyway." So his brother like the main guy who also works with the guy who's, they're all stealing car people, whatever. He distracts him. the brother hits him with like the crane claw, fucks up like the goons that are about to shoot Nicolas Cage, why ever they had to bring him out to the center to shoot him. Whatever. He saves him. Nicolas Cage beats ass. He has hella upper body strength because he's on that catwalk and falls. And he's
holding on by his fingies and pulls himself up.
Like he holds him up. He holds himself there long enough for the guy to like go to the edge and be like, and then he hears the cop, so he wanders away. And then he pulls himself up and like flips over. I'm like, brother,
unrealistic.
He could do it.
Whatever.
He's a superhero.
You're right.
That's cool.
It is cool. So then he saves the cop from getting shot, but he fucking pushes the bad guy to his death, which he ironically falls on. I forgot to explain. The stupid fucking villain's a woodworker or whatever. And he made a casket for Nicolas Cage's brother. He's like, this is for him if you don't give him my cars. And he ironically falls to his death onto the casket.
Oop.
Hilarious.
Oop.
The cop lets him go and references like, yo, I know why you came back. It's for a brother's love. I respect that. Whatever. The mortician finally speaks at the end of the happy resolution. And this is a Hallmark movie. And so happy. The brother gets him Eleanor. His own Eleanor.
And he paid for it.
Yeah, he did it. He drives off with Angelina Jolie.
It's like...
Fucking gone in 60 seconds, brother.
What
did you rate it?
A 3.5er.
Did you actually like it?
Yeah. I don't really care about cars. I would just poke my ear.
Neither do I.
But it was fun.
Where did it lose points for you?
I don't know.
What parts give me three. What didn't you like about it?
It was more so just that, like, I don't care to watch it again. You know? Like, it's not my vibe.
I do.
It's not something I'll put on.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it on again for a while. But, I haven't watched it since I watched it 3 years ago. So, but there is some of, his films that I would love to revisit. And this isn't really one that, because I don't really care about cars either. Not really my thing. So, what are we going to do? Are we doing Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Because this is the last movie of the month. Therefore, it was Nicolas Cage movie. That's what we do here at the Whole Year In.
Corner.
Yes, we dubbed it the Cage's Corner unofficially.
Yes.
Unofficially.
Yes.
But, yes, so that's going to be a thing here at the Whole Year In. Because I have a problem with loving Nicolas Cage. His movies are phenomenal. Some of them are awful. But, I love him. So we're going to... And I don't think there's enough to watch only Nicolas Cage's movies. And it's going to be boring that way. So, but this is also the first one that's not a kids movie. So this is why you didn't like it so much, I feel.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are your predictions for what's the wheel's going to win?
So here's the spiel. This was the Cage's Corner. It's the end of the month. Now next month will be December. So we are moving into
Christmas movies.
Christmas. So,
which I'm down with Christmas movies. Like, this is where I accept the Hallmark shit. Christmas movies is like, you say you love these shitty Hallmark movies because they're gonna have a happy ending. That's where I accept Christmas movies.
Valid.
That's when I'll watch my happy ending things. Is Christmas time.
So we're moving into Christmas. So we're not gonna spin the Nicolas Cage wheel for the month of December. Because
there's actually 2, possibly 3 Nicolas Cage Christmas movies, but there's one I need you to watch because it's local to you. There's part of this movie that's filmed like fucking 10 minutes from here at a TikTok diner.
Yes.
Which is very cool. So
maybe we'll watch both. It'll give us something extra to talk about, but we'll see. We're definitely going to watch at least the one. Yes. So that'll be for the Cage's Corner. Do you want to tell them which movie that's going to be?
That is going to be Trapped in Paradise.
Slay.
Which is a lovely movie, which is Paradise, Pennsylvania. Which I don't know. It probably exists. I'm not too sure. But it has the Master of Disguise, Dana Carvey.
Oh, I'm excited. So
yeah, it's the three main characters are Nicolas Cage, and his brother is played by Dana Carvey, and John Lovitz, which I'm pretty sure he's in some suspect shit. I'm pretty sure people don't like him anymore. But it's a lovely movie. Anyway, so let's spin this.
So now for the month of December, we're just putting a bunch of Christmas movies that we enjoy on a wheel.
Yes.
And we're going to spin the wheel.
So this will be for December 2nd.
Slay.
So like we're going to spin
Here
that
we go.
wheel.
Spin the Christmas wheel. We're doing only Christmas movies for the month of December.
Yes, because this is the
Yes,
only time.
why not?
Oh God. Ooh, Just Friends. Interesting.
Was that one of the ones I put on there?
No, it's one I put on there.
Oh, what is it?
That is a Ryan Reynolds movie where he's chubby, and he wants to be. I think I've only seen it once, so I'm not really sure, but it's about yeah.
Okay, we'll get to it.
He gets the girl. He's a chubby dude. He gets
Slay.
the girl. He's handsome. I don't know.
Great.
I don't know. Just Friends. That'll be fun. I think it's a Christmas movie.
Well, if it's not, that's rude.
Because I googled Christmas movie and it came up. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, I do like that movie. I've seen it. I think it is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
So Just Friends will be on December 2nd. Which,
Woohoo.
so yeah, that'll be next week. Exciting.
Slay.
This is the whole year in. Morbid Cross has a show on November 23rd at the Kung Fu Necktie in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If this comes out before then, I'm not sure. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Come see us. This has been fun.
That's cool.
Self-indulgent wieners.
Let me turn it down for this one. Toodaloo.
Toodles.